Welcome to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage. Today we're going to be looking at JASMY again and see what's going on in the chart. Let's get into it. So what we were talking about in the previous videos was looking at that potential that we have this as a 1, 2 and looking for a 3, 4, 5. So this would be looking for evidence that this low is in place here. Now this is still a possibility for as long as we hold this 271125. If we lose that zone, it becomes less likely. Now it is also possible, and we will discuss this now. We do have some bearish alternatives which still haven't fully invalidated. But really, if we do start to break down and we lose this 3423 area, this would become more likely that we're actually going to take these lows here. So until we actually do that, we have got to move to the upside here. So we're going to discuss what this could be. So this could be a C wave if we get a move up to this 1-to-1, which is sitting here towards this 1 cent 29. And then, if we do move up towards this 2 cent 58, we could be looking for a third wave in this area. So this would be giving us more confidence that we have a low in place here. Now, a three-wave move to the upside would be worrisome because what we'd have to be cautious of is this could be a corrective move, which could indicate we actually break down. Like I said, we're going to go over those bearish alternatives in a second, but let's get into the internals of this. Now, what we were talking about initially was looking at this as potentially, there was a couple of ways we were counting this. We're looking at this as a potential five-wave move into here, which we basically just count the internal slightly different, where this would actually become 1, 2 here. This would become 3 into here, 4 and 5, and then that would actually be a completed move. Now, if this is the case, what this would mean is that we could actually be in a bigger wave 2 now. So this wave 2 could have actually completed here and we're extending out, or this move could still be um, looking to actually come back down one more time into the zone of this 005610 to this 00478. Now, what I'd be looking for here, if that's the case, would be the potential to actually come up. So we've actually come up to this 1-to-1 already. Now, the typical zone we would actually look for rejection as a flat correction would be over here towards this zone, this 07492 to this 8397 area. So this would be a zone we could be looking for. And now because the subwave structure here is not great, we need to just be cautious. This is not A, B, and C, in which case we could actually start to see a five-wave move to develop to the downside here, looking for this zone of this 0561 area to this 0478 area. Now, if we do move down into this area, I'd still be looking for that potential of this still being in that bigger wave 2 pattern here, and then we could look to actually progress from there. So now there is a way that we could argue that, this wave 2 is here and we're starting to directly push up here. So what we'd want to see if that was the case, I'm going to just turn this one off and we're going to turn on the extensions. So what this would basically mean is that within the structures here, what we'd want to see is that there would be a series of ones and twos in place here. And I've marked these two here because these are going to be the most important ones. What we would want to see is basically to see a bigger move up here. And what we'd be looking for is that 1618, which would be this 008161. So that would be where we'd be looking for an impulsive structure from here. Looking at this as a 1, 2, and then looking for that bigger third wave. So these internals would look to push us past that area. That's why I've not bothered marking up this beginning bit here yet. And what I would want to see if this is the case is we would be looking for, once these moves complete, to get additional fourths and fifths to the upside. And if that's the case, what we would be looking for here, in my opinion, would be, this I would look at as a diagonal. So this would be another 1, 2 here. We get a 3, 4, and a 5. So something like this. There is always the potential, we could actually have a series of ones and twos in here, in which case this could look to push us up higher. But ideally, what I want to see is primarily these internals to, follow the count first. So now what we'd be looking for here is basically treating this as a 1, 2 here and another 1, 2 here. And what we want to see is a bigger five-wave structure up towards the zone of this 8437. If we do get a five-wave move up here, basically this would give us confirmation of a third wave, or the typical third wave potential anyway. And then we'd have to wait for this fourth wave to find support for confirmation and then a push to the upside. Now this would come in towards this area of this 08046447 to this 762649 area. Now, if we do find support again here, we'd be looking for that potential of a fifth up here towards this 8834 to this 8583 area. And then we'd be looking for basically additional fourths and fifths here to complete this move up towards the zone of this 933414 to this 893000. Now, we don't have this move up here yet. And because of that, I'm just worried that this could still be a corrective structure and we could look to actually break down. So we need to be aware that we need to get this push up into this zone here of this 8437 for that confirmation. Now we could have this as an additional 1, 2, 3, looking for a fourth and a fifth now. And what we'd want to do if we're looking for that is basically find internal support here towards this zone of this 7-4, above this 74981 area. If we start to lose that, we need to be cautious because it will start to challenge the idea of this continuation in an impulse here. So really, this is what we want to see play out for further clarity that we're in a bigger structure. Though the key level that we actually need to hit would be higher up here, which would be this zone here of this 0.1263974 area. So this would be the key area we have to hit. That would be based off of this current low here, looking at this as a 1, 2. So we need to just be aware, like I said, it's possible we could see another leg to the downside here and retesting this yellow box area, this 5610 to this 4784 area. So, this is still on the cards. So we need to just be cautious of that. Now, if we do just get a three-way move to the upside here, and we actually start to break down after the. Now, what we need to be aware of is there is still a bearish count where we could be looking for something like this as a X wave, which that 1-to-1 is up here towards this 1-2-3-8. So if we do get a three-way move to the upside here, and even if this does potentially push up to these higher levels here, what we could be looking for is still having a drop down towards the zone of this 0.0006848 would be a 1-to-1, but then we have these other areas here which could be support along the way. 0.618 would be the lowest that, or the least I'd want to see it travel down to. So that's based off of coming up here. Obviously, this would adjust depending on how high we come. If we come down, lower, basically if we come up higher, it would push these targets slightly up. So this is what we need to be aware of until we actually form that bigger five-wave move to the upside, looking for that higher target, like I said initially, of this 0258 area. We need to be cautious. There is still potential to break down. Now, we were discussing something in the previous video, looking for that potential that we could actually still see a breakdown from here. And no, this is still not invalidated. This is a different way of counting this move to the downside, looking at it rather as an impulse. And now, if this is an impulsive wave, what we should be looking out for is the fact that we could either see this as an A, a B, and a C, in which case we look to break down towards this 1-to-1, which would be here, this 0.03355 area. And now that would bring us back into that support zone that we talked about previously. But we'd have to also be cautious of a bigger move to the downside, where this could actually be looking for a five-wave sequence, in which case this 0.0220591 area would be our 1.618 would be looking for. So this is what we need to be aware of until we actually cross above this zone of this 0.08365. There is still potential here. This could develop impulsively to the downside. So we need to just be aware of that. We could still see, push down here and potentially even still taking these lows. Like I said, what I want to see is this move starting to break out of these key areas, getting back above these highs. We do have some big levels just above us here towards the 0.0840279. So we need to get back above these zones as well. But even if we do move up and challenge some of these higher areas, we need to actually hit those targets for that confirmation of a bigger move to the upside. We need to be very careful of this 1-to-1 area here. If we do look to actually push up here, that could just be a three-wave move, and then we break down from that point. So I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you will find a link to the Discord. Come check it out, it's free to join. As well as that, you'll find affiliate links for both PrimeXBT and BYBIT down there, both great exchanges we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you haven't got an account. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.